Hi, I'm Andy with the FinTech Times, and I'm here with Eliron from Ravin AI. Hi Eliron, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
So, I've got a few questions that we're going to go through. The first one that I wanted to ask you is, what have been the major hallmarks in Insurtech over the last 3 years?
So Insurtech is quite a broad space, but we've seen a lot of improvements around two main areas.
Yeah.
The first one being basically risk assessment,
Right.
and using much more data to assess more individual risk,
Right.
which allows companies to basically price risk more accurately and be more competitive. You know, if you're a very good driver, for example, there's no reason why you would pay as someone who has bad driving habits.
Yeah.
Or medical records obviously is another area where technology has helped. The second area is really the claim assessment or customer service, where we see a lot of automation kicking in. So we see chatbots and things like that, and people much more comfortable with that. And specifically, I think in automotive, in motor insurance, using much more data from the vehicle and about the vehicle to actually assess claims and automate the process.
Wonderful, interesting. The next question I had for you is, how has innovation in technology affected the insurance industry?
So tech basically allowed us to do anything from creating apps and digital services, which used to be pen and paper and phone calls. Today, you have providers and carriers that really allow you to do everything on your app, end-to-end, including a claim. And that was one step. And the second step is really using a lot of data, big data and artificial intelligence to automate a lot of these processes, both signing you up and assessing your claim. Right,
interesting. So how are emerging technologies such as blockchain and AI impacting the insurance industry? It's obviously, you touched on it here.
Right, so blockchain to me is really still pretty much a promise. And it has the potential to create more trust in data. So trust from both sides, but on the consumer side, when you are storing your data on a blockchain, it makes you feel more secure, trust the system. And on the insurer side, anybody that is looking at the data can authenticate it more easily. Basically, it's giving them more comfort that the data is what it is, and risk of fraud goes down. That's blockchain. AI specifically, I think, went a bit further as a theme, and the way I classify this, AI is basically using technology to perform some tasks that humans would do. And that's things like going over your medical records, speaking to you as if a human would, or assessing damages on cars like we do at Ravin, and basically automate it. It's part of the process or all of the process using AI.
Wonderful. And finally, the question I had, what new technology is needed in Insurtech? Where is the industry falling behind?
So, you know, technology has really helped a lot of processes and automated parts of the processes. So you can submit photos today of your damage, let's say to your car or to your house, and then the technology will process them somehow, but still there would be a human on the other end that will assess the damage and will write up the final estimate and the final claim settlement. I think where we're heading now, and this is where the industry needs to improve, is really straight through processing. We need to be able to automate, at least in some cases, 100% of the process, and that's what we do practically. You have a damage on your car, you scan it, and it really produces the final estimate for you for claim settlement instantly. No bullshit. It's really end to end.
Wonderful. That's really great. Appreciate your time today. Eliron from Ravin AI, and I'm Andy at the FinTech Times.